Often, if I have a negative perception of myself, that's usually the result of mistreatment, of being treated by important people in my life in ways that made me feel unimportant or unwanted or of little value. And my sense of value decreases as time goes on unless those perceptions that I grew up with are reworked and transformed. But as many of us know, negative messages that we received when we were children, they don't just disappear when we turn 18, right? It's hard to replace those with positive truths in our adult years. It's hard to do that. Hard, but not impossible. Jesus says, with God, all things are possible. Matthew 19:26. Still possible does not mean easy. When others consistently reject us, what we often do is that we turn around and we reject ourselves. This is especially true if the rejection comes from the authority figures in our lives and those whom we depend upon. Some people are even rejected before they're born, while they're still in their mother's wombs. So it's no wonder why they go through life with an emptiness of heart, never knowing what it's like to have a caring, protective father or a tender, consoling mother with them. And so in a sense, they grow up, but they're still always hurting in some way. And they're always thirsting for and reaching for the unconditional love that they didn't receive when they were a child. Something that's very important is that we need to have people, or at least someone in our life who accepts us and who values us. In short, yes, we need the Lord, but we also need tangible, touchable, visible people who can help us see our dignity and our significance so that these emotional wounds that we carry around with us can actually begin to heal. Jesus says in the gospel, he says, ask and it shall be given to you. Matthew 7:7. St. James adds, you have not because you ask not. James 4 verse 2. If we need people in our lives who will affirm and encourage us, we should ask our Lord and our Lady for that. But we should also take to heart the words of our Lord in Hebrews 4 verses 15 and 16 when he says, for we do not have a high priest, Jesus Christ, who was unable to sympathize with our weakness, but we have one who in every respect has been tempted as we are, yet without sin. Therefore, let us approach the throne of grace with boldness, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need. God's loving acceptance of us is the ultimate and the permanent cure for a life of rejection, and often that's facilitated by his people who act as an extension of his love to us. Let's ask for the help that we need from others and from the Lord if we do need that. In our next video, we'll look at hurtful messages from our parents that maybe can still affect us today. I'm Father Terrance, Ave Maria. Thank you so much for listening. Please keep me in your prayers. I'll keep you in mine as well. God bless you. Take care.